I've been a part of over 40 small business deals, and I've seen deals just go amazing to the moon, and I've seen absolute disasters. The number one cause of an instant failure is seller character. And the number one character flaw that you see in a bad seller is that they're a narcissist. A narcissist will commit massive levels of fraud, put you into bankruptcy, and say it's your fault because you didn't catch them earlier. Now, this is not easy to spot beforehand, but there are a few clues along the way. Now, these are going to typically come up during the asset purchase negotiation, especially when you're working on the indemnification clause. Now, a narcissist thinks you should be liable for their actions. So they're not going to accept responsibility for things that happened while they own the business. Philosophically, when we make these contracts, we have this view that the seller is responsible for things that happened when they own the business, and the buyer is responsible for things when they own the business. This person does not think that way. They think that you should take the liability for their actions. And along the way, they're just going to keep making ridiculous demands just to see if you bend over backwards. And they're going to say, if you don't do this, I'm going to walk away. You might see them trying to screw over other people, like maybe it's the bank or the landlord or a vendor or someone else. And I'd say that anyone that's trying to rip someone off and you see them trying to rip someone off, they're going to rip you off at some point. So you should watch your back. They lie on their tax returns. Just generally don't expect someone that lies to the government and screws over their vendors to treat you well. Now, sometimes these are just signs of a seller that's never intending to sell. This is someone that's probably going to back out at some point. They're making ridiculous demands because they want you to walk away from the table. They don't want to be the ones to disengage. But really, it's just a strategy. They're going to disengage at some point. So it could be because really they're not committed to selling. So if everything can be ridiculous in their favor, they'll keep moving forward. But they're going to back out of the sale at some point. But by the time they back out, it's going to cost you $20,000, $30,000 in deal fees. So the sooner you can figure that out, the better. So if your seller gives you a reason to question their character, listen. You don't want to buy their business.